Hey guys, I hope you're hungry for a spooky snack. Welcome back to the Full Instance channel. My name is Jericho and this is Snacks. For this month, we're going to try to do as many, at least a few horror themed games. We'll do the games of the month, and Resident Evil is both as it happens. I actually had it from the, I got it in the Capcom Humble Bundle, but it was also going to be, it's also a free game for the month, which is pretty cool. So we are going to check it out. This is the first time I've ever played this. The only Resident Evil game I've ever played is Resident Evil 4. It was my first time checking out the original. I think I played it, like bits of it, back in the day. But this is my first time really playing. So we're just going to give it a little snack. And since it's a horror game, just like a horror movie week, we'll be able to play until, stuff starts to go bottoms up, as it were.
Resident Evil
4. That's what I'm used to hearing. Wide or original? I have heard that the original controls are really tough, so we're just gonna leave that alone. Oh, okay. Like climbing a mountain, fulfilling but takes a lot of work. Like going on a hike. Okay. Easy, medium, or difficult, or difficult, medium, or easy. That's kind of a cool way to do it, though. Oh, Chris Redfield or Jill Valentine. Different outfits too. Let's be Jill Valentine, just for fun. I never picked up play as the girl, but for some reason I just feel like it. So, I was kind of disappointed that one of the free games for this month was something I already had, but you can hardly. I mean, they're giving it to you for free anyway. And it does make this one of the better months of PlayStation Plus we've seen in some time, and I'm really excited to play Transformers as well.
Bravo team, who disappeared during the middle of their mission.
Found it yet?
No, not yet, Brandon. Bizarre murder cases have recently occurred in Raccoon City. There are outlandish reports of families being attacked by a group of about 10 people. Victims were apparently...
This is all new to me. I'm not really talking over it just because I've never seen this. I've never really been into this game.
Investigate, but we lost contact.
Look, Chris.
Bravo team's helicopter was a derelict.
I don't think that's really the right use of that word. Derelict is like gone to sea, like. Well, I guess sort of.
For the remaining body of
but I would
Kevin.
think like it would be crashed. Like would be how you would describe it. Calm down, you're a police officer.
We continued our search for the other members, and it turned into a nightmare.
Uh-oh. So I'm actually not the biggest horror game guy. I don't really like being scared. I'm gonna do some videos about different, spooky things throughout the month, like in war stories and such. But sometimes I'll get in the mood for it, and I do like, at least around Halloween time to sort of get in the mood for that. Ooh. I don't really like jump scares for EG. Everything's fine, probably. Zombie dog. This is a cool little intro. I know of course this game has been remastered and remade a million times by now, but it's aged quite well, like the character models and stuff, or just the feel of it. I mean, they're probably gonna come for you next, right? And maybe go ahead and shoot them. I know you're not gonna save the guy, but it's a lot of drool. There's a whole lot of. Yeah, see? Good thing the blood didn't go in her eye like the friggin' 28 Days Later Pro thing. That's a cool movie. Maybe that'll be one of the ones I'm talking about. I'm trying to think of like just a few of my favorite horror movies. Sort of not really review, but just kind of talk about. I think by the time this has gone out, I would have already done one maybe, but I'm not quite sure what the schedule's gonna shake out to be. But I really do quite like 28 Days and Weeks Later. I have heard that they're working on the third one, 28 months later, so we'll have to see if that happens. But anyway, in the first one, 28 days later, a drop of blood falls into this guy's eye, and that's enough to make it turn into a spooky. So that's pretty cool, because it makes sense. I mean, it makes more sense than a bite, Enter the survival horror. Enter the first-person shooter. I wonder if it means like I am now entering, or it means it is entering this. I mean, this game really is a pioneer. It's an important game. I'm happy to be playing it now.
Wesker, Barry, and myself. We don't know where Chris is.
Okay, so this.
What is this place?
I don't know Barry, but I've
Not
heard
quite
of
your ordinary
Wesker,
house,
and I've heard of Jill
that's for
Valentine and
sure.
Chris Redfield. So
Hey, Wesker.
I gotta tell
where's
ya.
Chris?
Jill, no.
Jill, no.
You don't want to go back out there.
But we've got to find...
What was that? Chris?
No.
Jill, go and investigate.
We'll stay
I'm going
here.
with her.
Okay. Look
Chris
at how
and I
shiny
go
the
back
floor
a
is.
long
They're gonna
way.
make it messy because they were all out in
All
the
right.
woods.
You two go. I'll secure this area.
How so?
Stay sharp.
All right, so. I guess that's just how they do loading screens, just hiding behind that little door thing. That's kind of cool, though.
A dining
That
room.
gun has a really long barrel. Okay, so I have controls. What's that? The only movement is the slight flicker of the candle's flame. That's a candle? Okay, well I take the increment, sure. So I think that's how you save, and you have a limited number of uses of the typewriter.
I
Because you
think
have
you'd
to
better
find the
take a
ink.
look at this.
What is it?
Well, it sounds boring and stupid. It's delicious blood.
Blood.
You'd think police officers
Jill,
would recognize it. Or are stars
see if
police
you can
officers
find
or
any
special
other
officers?
clues.
Either way,
I'll be
anybody should
examining
recognize
this.
it.
Let's just hope it's not Chris's.
I would be standing here looking at this pile of blood. Puddle of blood. Puddle of mud. Mud blood. The fixed camera does take getting used to, but it's definitely, you know, really important for the atmosphere. Okay, so L1 is to stand and shoot. Just not being able to move and aim at the same time, I know, is a classic Resident Evil thing. Although I think that's changed in some of the later ones when it's gotten so much more action-oriented. I guess I should go through this other door. I don't see anything. Sheesh. Do you take the emblem? I mean, I guess. Okay, cool. I would not have thought to take that. I was just trying to look at the thing. There's an indentation where the emblem used to be. Okay. Okay, I guess I need to be examining more stuff. I'm trying to look at the little angels by the fireplace because those look kind of interesting. I'm just going to try to examine whatever I can. You might hear my frenzied exclamation. It's an old typewriter. You can save your progress. Use the increment? Nah. I don't want to waste it at the very beginning of the game. I guess I'd have to watch the cutscenes again if I were to fail. But I'm not really planning on playing this all the way through, at least not now. When the two have run each other through, the path to your destiny will open. Okay, so that means that it needs to be 12 o'clock, midnight. Oh, wait. Okay, that's the two have run each other through. Yeah. I thought it meant, like, the two hands of the clock. Like, one would be, like noon or midnight when they're right over each other, because then they're sort of running through each other. So I guess I'll just, something important will happen with that painting later. Ooh, I don't know which way to go. Fuck, from the other side. Okay. This is a good job of atmosphere. The music and sound effects are definitely aged. Emblem of armor is carved into a lock. Okay. How do I look at mine? Triangle. I'm fine. Emblem. Examine. That's an emblem of armor, right? Interesting. There's an elevator here. Down to Spooky Town. Probably should have gone the other way first before going to a different floor, but whatever. That's why it's all gross. Fucked. Emblem of the sword. Okay. So we have armor door and sword door. I'm sure there can be some of you watching that have played this game a million times and I'm being all silly, but I don't know, it's cool. I do like, you know, exploration in games and just seeing the worlds that were created. So that was the other locked door and the door I came from. Oh, here's where we need to go. That's really cool. I could have done better at that. Oh, jeez. Come on, get off me, get off me. If I scooch over here, I can't really see him. Gosh. The controls are my enemy here. Okay. I'm dead. If this makes me go all the way back, then this might just have to be a shorter snack, because I blew it, gang. Oh, I just earned a trophy. Get used to it. IR dead. Well, it's hard. The controls are weird. This is the updated controls. You can't have zoom map to L2. Okay, so will it let me load anything? I bet not. I bet not, because I didn't save yet. No data. No data. Well, whatever. That's been a snack of Resident Evil. We'll be back. I think I'll do 0 and 4 this month as well. Yeah, just a little taste. That's what happens when you're used to modern gaming conventions. You go back and play an old classic, you get 8 real quick. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. I don't know about you, but I'm full of people.